Brandon, and here back home this week, our forecast is looking more normal for this time of year, much different than last week. We've got a hot Monday for you as highs are going to climb back into the 90s. It's nothing terribly unusual, but about 2 degrees shy of our record. That's 96. I'm forecasting 90 record in Kenner and New Orleans. Lower 90s once you get away from the immediate metro area, and you've got some 80s this afternoon in coastal areas of Louisiana. Hour by hour shows the hottest part of the day is anywhere from around 2 to 5 p.m. That's when you need to be extra careful. By the way, look, sunrise 6:01, sunset 8:05. Our days now are officially getting a little shorter. It's not going to be much, but the summer solstice has happened, so I guess you could say we're on our way to cooler days here in about probably 3 or 4 months or so. All right, live radar this morning showing a lot of activity up in Oklahoma and North Texas and up in Arkansas. What'll be interesting the next few days, a couple of these storms are going to try to make a run at us, but I'm not sure many of them are actually going to get here. Our rain chances do look much lower this week, but they're not zero. So we've got a little 10% today. I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, there is a chance a few of those storms to our north try to work their way close to us. Mississippi has the highest chance of seeing those thunderstorms. And then as we head towards the end of the week, still mostly dry and just hot. So again, those storms are going to fire up to the north and try to race down. They're probably going to miss us today. Tomorrow, there's an iffy chance. Then Wednesday, I think there's a better shot of some of those storms skirting us to our northeast. So what's happening here? We've got this ridge of high pressure. That's why we're so hot. That's centered over us today. But tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, it backs off a little bit and gets stronger out west. That'll allow those storms to the north to dive to the south, and you can see they may skirt our area, specifically around South Mississippi. So that's why I think rain chances are slightly higher through the middle of the week. But then by the weekend, the ridge is back, and it gets even stronger. This means it's going to be hot and mostly dry as we head towards this upcoming weekend. I believe it's the last weekend of this month coming up pretty soon. So out in the tropics, nothing to worry about. We are not tracking anything. The National Hurricane Center is not tracking any development chances. There's a couple tropical waves out here, but we've got a large plume of Saharan dust that's currently sitting over the Caribbean islands. Another decent plume of dust is coming out over the islands by the middle of the week. So if you've got travel plans to Cuba or anywhere down towards Puerto Rico or even Cancun by this weekend, I think it'll be a little bit hazy down there as we get some rounds of Saharan dust. So there you have it. A 7-day forecast that almost looks copy-paste, except for that 95 tomorrow. Generally thinking, though, we'll be in the mid-90s each afternoon. We do have a heat advisory today around the metro area. It could feel as hot as 105 to maybe 110 or so. That'll be the story all week long, and our rain chances are slightly higher Tuesday through Thursday, especially up in Mississippi and maybe the North Shore, but then by the end of this week, rain chances still only 20%, and those highs staying in the mid-90s. For our boaters, we're not expecting any significant winds, but there will be a fresh sea breeze and lake breeze coming off the lake and sea each day. We'll have southwest winds today, southwest winds tomorrow, more of a westerly wind on Wednesday with that little 20% chance of rain there. Looking at our tides for our Monday, they're going to be highest during the later morning and early afternoon, and low tides are generally happening later on tonight.